Over the last 8 months, Oklahoma has seen a huge influx of marijuana growers coming to the state. The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics says that includes legal and criminal organizations.
Fox 25's investigative reporter Erica Stanish has got your back. She's taking an up-close look at some of those farms and why growers are taking advantage of what some are calling a perfect storm in our state. Erica?
Yeah, well, the OBN says because of cheaper land prices, licensing, and loose regulations, Oklahoma is the perfect place for people to get into the marijuana business. But it's the criminal organizations that are now raising red flags, bringing new concerns to what the business is becoming.
From 1907 to 1929, Oklahoma was one of the fastest growing states in the Union, with a booming economy that was powered by oil and agriculture.
Fortune seekers poured in by the thousands, hoping to get rich.
The reason was simple: supply and demand.
Bubbling over with pride and money, oil capital of the world.
But something new is popping from the Oklahoma soil.
It happened, and it happened fast.
Let's go to Oklahoma and let's get busy and get back to work.
These aren't businesses. This is just coming in trying to make a big buck real quick.
We have become the #1 source state for illegal marijuana in the country.
From black gold to a pot of gold, the medical marijuana business is booming. And just like the land run in the 1800s, outsiders are running to the Sooner State to pursue a new opportunity.
We just feel like we've been railroaded out here in the country. We had no say in it.
Davis Webb lives in Longdale, Oklahoma, where next door a marijuana farm has been up and running now for 4 months. The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics says this farm has all the proper licensing required by the Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority and OBN, and it's one of 8,247 licenses the OMMA has approved in Oklahoma, and that number is constantly increasing.
We're getting anywhere from 30 to 130 a week we're processing of brand new ones.
Webb owns the property surrounding this farm where greenhouses keep popping up.
We tried to purchase this from the landowner, and they just came in and there was no questions asked. $93,000 is what they gave for this, which kills our property values.
He says safety and security is a big concern.
He headed for the bushes, didn't he?
After catching workers on his properties on surveillance several times.
We're worried about people coming into our driveway in the middle of the night. They just don't know the rules. They're coming in and doing what they want, when they want, how they want, and it's filth. It's a disgrace to the county, is what it is.
Webb says he wants to see more regulations and better enforcement.
They've had a truck come in. We see multiple trucks come in, U-Hauls. We don't know what they're carrying.
And questions what the state is gaining from infinite farms.
But I think we've overstretched our amount of marijuana farms in the state. We've got to be producing way more than what we're consuming in the state.
We talked to the workers at this farm to learn more about their operation.
How many plants do you have back there, do you know?
I can't tell you that.
Is this a busy area in Oklahoma to sell?
No. This area is not very good to the marijuana.
If this area isn't very good to sell, where do you take it in Oklahoma to sell?
I don't know. That's my boss's job.
Oh, your boss's job. And you can't give me their name?
No.
Do you know when they'll be back?
Several days, I guess.
What do you think about the ones that are illegally popping up?
Illegal?
Illegal. The ones that are getting busted?
Well, you know, I read a news a couple days ago. There was a new task force. It's against illegal marijuana right now. That's good news. Good news to me.
Yeah.
While tensions rise among Webb and his neighbors, there are more nefarious farms moving in across the state. The problem with these, they aren't licensed and not legal.
They're cutting corners, they're not following the rules. We're talking about egregious violations.
The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics says more and more illegal marijuana farms are popping up across the state, skipping the legal dispensaries to instead sell their product on the black market.
They will fly under the radar looking like the poster child for the marijuana program in Oklahoma, but 100% of their product is going in the middle of the night to the East Coast. for these criminal organizations, and 100% of the money is moved all over the world.
Mark Woodward says his department is stretched thin, and complaints from residents just keep coming in.
That's the bottom line. They're fed up and they're scared.
Now, we did contact a representative for the farm in Longdale who told us no comment. Coming up tomorrow, we'll take a closer look at illegal marijuana farms and the problems it's creating for locals and authorities. That's tomorrow at 9.